you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Restate. Palmer and David Pollack with me, guys. Can't wait to get this started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Longhorns offense will come out first. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can...
He lets it fly. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know you're going to try that play again.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They boot it away. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. So Mississippi State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Bulldogs headed quickly to the line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
After the flag, distance for a first down cut in half. They can really get aggressive on 1st and 5. Snagged out of the air. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Wide open downfield. Defense makes a stop, and the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest. Put 6 up on the board.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Zimmerman. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. The give on the option. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. The RPO fire complete to the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush.
They're not nose tackles usually, those great pass rushers, but they are grown men. I mean, those are some adults in there. Those are the 300-plus pounders that will just destroy you in the run game. A nice job using his hands, using some power to shrink that pocket and get the sack.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just
unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Got it in the middle. It's DeLuca. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out. It's got to be in a good location.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Mississippi State going up tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. There he goes to the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Bulldogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Finds his big tight end. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give to the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. Makes the catch down the right side. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it on the move. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Nice move there. Turning it on. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Punt is on its way.
Yeah.
No fair catches here, looking for room. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball.
Oh, it's on Crunchyroll now.
Go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Texas offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work.
Oh, nigga, you think that's bad? Wait till the second movie.
After the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks.
He's taking the shot.
Alright.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's got his man across the middle. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes him play after the grab. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Just,
Leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively...
He's got it for a big play. Turning on the Jets. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's got it on the run. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll go to the air. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
hello.
Oh, where you at?
Waiting on you, nigga.
Alright, cool. Load up your laptop then.
And it'll be a
On my
touchback.
phone,
The ball
boy.
will come out to the 25-yard line.
No
Here
motion,
comes the
huh?
Mississippi State offense, ready to attack.
That's what we teach
The
you
way
people
this
in the
game started,
Vandy
you feel as if
Academy not
you
to
have to
have
score a
laptop.
touchdown every time you
Yeah,
have it.
nothing to do with
And now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. Look, I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it.
There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter. And already, this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
What time they got?
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. That's reeled in. It's DeLuca. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd and long.
What time do you want to head back?
From on the gun.
Head
Wants to
back
pass.
is Woody.
Finds a man on the right. What a play there. And he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
That's 7:55.
Morning or
From the
evening.
red zone, looking for a receiver. Fires to the tight end.
How long back?
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
If you choose the 5
Quick
o'clock
timeout
one,
from the
you'll be back
offense
at
to
7.
save precious
Well,
seconds.
6:53 to be
It'll be
exact.
second down, and remember, they can
back
pick up
at
a first
9.
without scoring.
And which kind is this?
Dallas.
We.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Grabbed in the middle. It's cooked. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to
Coming
find
back.
a way to get off.
It
the
don't
field.
matter.
Playing way too many snaps.
All right, we're going to do the
From the gun,
7:55.
he'll try to
and
throw.
Get back home at 9:26.
Touchdown, Mississippi State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is
So
going to
what,
find
Trey?
something in the second half to get some stops.
American.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
So I gotta download the American Airlines app.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot.
This nigga.
Really disciplined job
Why
by
you
the
switch?
coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Southwest doesn't have DFW jurisdiction.
What the fuck does that mean?
They don't have planes in the DFW area. I'm being lovely.
What is the DFW? Dallas, nigga?
DFW airport is in Dallas, and then Lovefield is like further in Dallas.
They
but
weren't
like,
able to get
not
that
in
one
Dallas.
off. It'll be a delay of game.
Nigga. What's the difference?
The
It's
offense couldn't get the snap off in
it's the
time.
difference
It'll
between
cost them.
you having a long drive over there versus a short drive over there.
What's a long
Talking
drive?
about like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, goddamn.
You say what now?
Goddamn.
Okay. I'm gonna check this bag.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock. Didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He tries to take the top off. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all of the guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass half.
Hello.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're
All
probably
right.
going to see some different coverages. You might see
So,
a little bit more blitz in the second half as well.
You sent it?
You have to know where you're in.
Yeah, it's already set. Oh, wrong person.
Second down,
Yeah,
he'll try to
okay.
make the connection this time. Turns it on in
Plug
midfield.
it up.
Oh, he's
Plug it
getting
up.
ahead of steam.
What time is it, baby?
Serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. Holds it in. Trying to get it in. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They are really clicking along. First and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like
222, not bad.
You said what?
222, not bad.
Back to pass on
Not bad
second
indeed.
down. They'll run the screen. And that's a live ball behind.
All right. Good doing business with you, sir.
We do have the prep for Anime Expo, though. The Anime Expo tickets is going to kill
nothing
us.
bad's going to happen. And man, if he doesn't just cough it
We'll
up,
do that next time I get paid.
get inside that 5-yard line, ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense will cover
Make
the
sure.
football.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Gonna let it fly.
Fuck.
Another interception. That's number
Just
17
talking about
on the year.
Willis.
Got some room to run.
And this defense comes
More
up with a
college.
big play, and not just
All right. Good day. I got a lot of
You garbage.
fucking computer. Drag. Okay. Okay. This is unacceptable.
Taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This is unacceptable.
It is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
It's just so nice to have a signal ball who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll send them back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Barmore. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Pass completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. He'll take the deep shot. Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. Getting set for the point after.
Is it really?
The extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside
Gotta
his
throw
own
some
try
hands.
to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to
Once you knock one nigga across the map, they don't want to fuck with you no more.
back to work on this drive. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going into halftime, and I think they made
Oh,
some
man.
adjustments against
One
the run.
punch,
They wanna
man.
slow this guy down.
That's what they gonna be
It's a
calling.
start to the second half if you're on defense.
The defense didn't really rush it. Even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they... He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced gets that ball into coverage, but can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
The Longhorns in the hurry up. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of the... Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it. And that was a great call. 1st down.
Looking left. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
From the gun, running back on the move. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a 1st down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough of that 1st down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the 1st down, gets out of bounds. New set of downs for this offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Snap in the shotgun. Pucks it out of the air. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the D denied them on 2nd and goal. He wants to throw it again. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle. It's DeLuca. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Returners only get so many chances in a game. You really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of times you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Firing to the right, complete. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back to back. You know they've got football game, it just needs to start with one spark.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And he muffs it, a loose football. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
I almost lost this game.
He'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back.
Breaks into the open. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel. Gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Mississippi State right back to the line. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the defender. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. They want that clock to run. Turning it on. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Give me a Calypso.
No mystery on that play.
It don't matter.
We are going to run the ball.
It don't matter.
It's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bohannon. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're just making things harder now. It's first and 20. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Slings it downfield. Complete downfield. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They're lining up on first and 10 from the 38. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Zimmerman. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly...
He'll take a shot. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, put the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Picked up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got a man in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Offense in an empty set. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. You know what they need. You know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Grab near the sticks. It's Zimmerman. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Longhorns. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. That lead. More comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not...
There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forcing second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Grab behind the line. It's Cooks. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Gonna take a shot. And they're gonna score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Can't connect on his first throw.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.